If you are replacing the TPMS control unit, you will need to disconnect the ground cable for the battery. If you are only replacing the antennas, you can leave the battery connected if the key is off. Begin by safely raising and supporting the vehicle as well as removing the wheels. Please follow the link provided at the end of this video for additional assistance with that task if needed. If you are replacing the TPMS control unit, you must support the vehicle at the factory jack points, as anywhere else is dangerous and will interfere with the tray removal. For the front wheel well liners, you only need to remove the section closest to the vehicle doors. Please follow the link again provided at the end of this video for additional assistance if needed. Each liner is held in by a set of T20 Torx screws, red arrows, and two 10mm nuts, blue arrows. Be sure to check for a set of T27 Torx screws located under the body of the car, green arrow. Remove them and then remove the liner. Locate the TPMS antenna on the front passenger side, red arrow. Release the electrical connection by squeezing in the release tabs, red arrow. Use a flathead screwdriver to lift up on the mounting clip to release the antenna. Remove the antenna from its mount. On the front driver's side, the antenna is located on the windshield washer reservoir behind the removed wheel well liner. The antenna is held in place by two pins, red arrows, and an electrical connector. The pins should be easy to pull out with a set of pliers. Both the pins and electrical connector can be removed without removing the reservoir from its housing in the chassis. If this is your first time removing the antenna, you may have difficulty pulling the pins out and may need to remove the reservoir to get access to the back of the pins. If you need to remove the reservoir, please follow the link provided at the end of this video for complete instructions on how to do that. If the pins cannot be pulled out with pliers and you need to remove the reservoir, use a metal punch to press the pins out through the back of the removed reservoir, red arrows. Once the pins are pulled or pushed through, use a flathead screwdriver to pop the rest of the pin out from the hole, red arrow. To disconnect the electrical connector, press in the release tabs, red arrow. Remove the antenna from its mount. For the back wheel well liners, you only need to remove the section closest to the vehicle's front. Again, if you need additional assistance with this task, follow the link provided at the end, but each liner is held in by a set of T20 Torx screws, blue arrows, and three 10mm nuts, red arrows. Remove them and remove the liner. Locate the rear antenna, red arrow. To disconnect the electrical connector, press in the release tabs, red arrow. Use a 10mm socket to unscrew the two nuts holding the antenna, red arrows. Remove the antenna from the chassis. This process is the same for both sides of the vehicle. If you do not need to replace the control unit, this is where you will end. Installation is the reverse of removal. To replace the control unit, you must remove the underbody trays. There are 5 under trays on the 991. Need to access the center tray, yellow arrow, to get access to the control unit. With how the trays sit together in their edges, you will need to remove them in the order of the rear, green arrow, front, blue arrow, sides, red arrows, and center, yellow arrow. Remove the 10 T25 Torx screws and 6 10mm nuts on the rear body tray. Remove the rear body tray. Remove the 14 T25 Torx screws and 2 10mm nuts on the front body tray. Remove the front body tray. Remove the 3 T25 Torx screws and 3 10mm nuts on the passenger side body tray. Remove the side body tray. Both side body trays are removed in the same fashion. Remove the 4 T25 torque screws and 4 10mm nuts on the center body tray. Remove the center body tray. You now have clear access to the control unit. Use a T20 torque to remove the 2 screws indicated by the red arrows. Release the electrical connection by squeezing in the release tabs. Remove the control unit. Installation is the reverse of removal. Torque all fasteners on underbody trays to 2.8 Newton meters or 2 foot-pounds. If the control unit is replaced, it must be programmed with your scan tool. It needs to know the relevant vehicle, country, version, and equipment. Reconnect the battery plug in your scan tool and turn the ignition on. Select Special Functions menu and erase all fault memories. Use the automatic search of control units. Select Write in Data and install the data readout. Your scan tool should display Code Write Incomplete. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out another video in this series.